guys, so I'm here with a tag, the Born This Way tag, and basically what it is you pick 3 things that people have called you in the past, and you turn it into something positive, and it's actually quite interesting. I think it came off of the show Glee. I watched 1 episode, but never really stuck to it. But anywho, you can watch like Megan Hart's Makeup's one, and I think she does a wonderful job. So moving on, the first thing that people have called me in the past was fat. And you know what? Okay, so I'm a little overweight. Okay, maybe not even a little. Basically, one is just, for the longest time, I've always been, I guess you could say, fat or overweight. I was born with the double chins I have now. I mean, if you ever notice, they kind of come out sometimes, and I was born with it. I was born with big bones, and I was born just a bigger person. I was never that tiny bone, slim person. And in the past, I always hated myself for it. I was like, you know what, I'm a fat kid. But then I grew up and I realized, you know what? I'm bigger, but it's not fat. I have more muscle, I have bigger bones. I mean, the reason my legs are so big is because I have big thigh muscles, and it's because I am a soccer player. I work my thighs out and my legs out a lot, and so the muscles have gotten quite big, but they don't jiggle. That's the difference between muscle and fat. My legs don't jiggle. But anyway, so instead of being called fat or whatever, I'd rather say I'm built, I'm curvaceous, because I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not. And if there are girls out there or anyone who calls you fat, blow them off. Just completely ignore them, because you know what? They don't know any better. I remember the day or something about prom, and there's this one kid who's always hated me, and at prom he called me a whale. You know what? Call me a whale. Call me a badass. Call me a beluga. I don't care. I am who I am, and I'm okay with that. And you should be too, if whoever's listening. Moving on, the next thing I was always called was, I want to say snobby. When I moved here after spending basically my whole life living in a foreign country and traveling all over the world, and when I got here, I was always the outsider, because people here had been friends with people they've known since they were younger kids, and they've had like this relationship that it was kind of hard to, get into. And so I would always be like the outsider. I was sitting there, and whenever people talk to me, they'd be like, well, where'd you move here from? And I'd tell them where I moved here from, and they'd be like, oh, and they would just be like, that's cool. And I guess they'd be like a little intimidated. I don't know, but a lot of people took that as me being a snob or something, and it's just like, I don't think of it that way. Like, if I talk to my friends or if I talk to people about it, like where I've been, I think that's more of me, sharing my experience, because I thoroughly love traveling. I enjoy seeing, different cultures and how other people live, and so they always took that as me being a snobby little, and, bragging, but I didn't take that as bragging. I took it as more of me sharing. It's not like I went around and be like, well, I've been here and I've been there and here and there, But I guess some people didn't take it that way, and I've come to, realize that there are always going to be people out there who are just going to be jealous, and they're going to want things that they may or may not know that they can't have, or they may or may not be able to ever, experience. And so, I don't know, the way I would take, like, braggy or whatever and turn it around is, I'd say, call it experienced. because that's all I am really. I am an experience, and I'm sorry, but I cannot apologize for traveling. My parents worked their butts off, and they worked just for the fact that me and my brother can spend a summer in Europe or spend this time here and doing all this stuff. I'm sorry. I can't apologize for that, and I'm not going to. And I'm not going to act like I never did the things I did, because it's a part of what makes me who I am. And so I'm going to just move on. Another thing that I was called was a whore. Yeah. I was a freshman, and I got called a whore by a couple of girls who I thought were my friends. And to this day, they still, tease me, and they call me names, and they make rumors up. And at first, when I first found out about it, it was them, because I had heard about it, and I just you know what, these people don't know who I am. When I found out that it was one of my best friends going around, saying that I was a whore and I did things with guys behind wherever, I was upset. I was upset, and I was pissed off, and I just stopped talking to her completely, and I guess she knows why. But every day or so, I'd walk past her and her little groups of friends, and they'd, make comments, and they'd yell them out loud, and they'd snicker. And I would go on about my day. I wouldn't turn around. I wouldn't even blink. I'd blink because I can't stop blinking. But I wouldn't even, acknowledge them. And the way I look at it is, if people, talk about you, and they, make rumors up, and they joke, and, they just go out of their way to make your life miserable, it just means one thing: they don't have a life. If you spend your life making other people miserable, then you have no time to, enjoy anything for yourself. So I think it's pointless to make fun of people. I think it's pointless to go around, well, haha, she does this, and, she's this and that. And I think it is retarded, honestly. And so, it's just, I don't know, whenever people make fun of me, I just, it's like, you know what, I don't care. You think of me however you want to think of me. I don't really care, because I have friends who love me for who I am, and they know me. You want to say this stuff, but you don't know me. You've never taken the time out of your life to talk to me, or even, have a conversation with me and, understand who I am. So you never tried. And so I don't think it's right for you to even go around saying, well, you're a whore, you're a snobby little, But, you can't change people. And there are always going to be haters out there, and there's always going to be girls out there who are going to make fun of you. Because, you know what, girls are vicious. They're condescending, they're just vicious little people, and they will go out of their way to make people miserable. And you can't let them, because the second you show them that they've bothered you, you put them into control. And that's the last thing you want to do. Because once they know and they're in control and it bothers you, they will go at it, and they'll keep going until it gets worse. And that's not right. So just don't even acknowledge them. Well, that was all for me to say. I invite you all to do this tag and, post it as a video response. And send me requests, questions, this stuff. And don't forget to subscribe. There are more videos to come. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!